garden series, which took off the first one. I am turning this into a series from beginning to end. First step to take in wanting to plant your seedlings. I am a person who never planted a seed a day in my life besides sunflower seeds. I'm going to try to make this a quick video, not too long. I did make this video last week. Split it into parts and still have an editor to post them together, paste them together. Okay, so I was the woman who never planted a seed before, and last year was my first, so I wanted to hop on to give you part 2 of how do you start to have a garden. I've been gardening a long time, doesn't mean I know everything, but I learned an awful lot last year with 7 gardens. So today's topic is going to be about seeds. The first video that I put out on this garden series was about washing all of your pots, anything that you may have grown plants in. Even if you buy it new, I would still recommend you washing it out. If you haven't seen that video, go back and take a look. So I'm just going to recommend where I got my seeds. I did get a couple stray elsewhere, plus somebody gave me some, but the majority of my seeds all came from MI Gardener, if you can see that. So I just want to discuss what worked for me seed-wise. So get out your seeds, separate them, see what's empty, see what seed did really well for you last year, and what didn't, and get your seed list ready. Today is the 18th, and I am hoping to get an order in by the end of the month. So that would be my suggestion, is to go through all of your seeds. If you don't have seeds, get ready to put an order in. And yeah, let's talk seeds. Okay, so I got asked what I wanted last year for Valentine's Day, and I wanted MI Gardener seeds. If you saw that video, I think I spoke about it. It was my first time, like I said, ordering any seeds. I think he's not paying me to say this, but I think every one of his seeds germinated, except for like maybe 2 that I had a problem with last year. I think you get a lot in the pack for 99¢. Keep that in mind. And something else to keep in mind is, which I may have discussed this in the previous video, that someone purchased me some seeds, whether they were from the Dollar Tree or Walmart, say butternut squash for an example, and it ended up being okra. Something else that I planted ended up being those sweet pumpkins. So be very careful about where you get your seeds. I'm an organic gardener. I don't use any pesticides. So I watched a lot of MI Gardener over the years, and I decided to jump off the cliff last year and buy seeds. So what seeds did I like and what seeds did I not? I saw this particular seed on Roots and Refuge. Jess, if you haven't seen her channel, please take a look at it. This is, this is the Dr. Winchie's tomato. Fantastic, amazing, sweet, loved it. Definitely going into the I need to reorder pile. This one, let me put my glasses on. Sorry, guys. It's the Roma tomatoes. I didn't get a ton, but I also tried an experiment last year as well of planting things closer together. But the Roma tomatoes, I've been planting Roma tomatoes for years. These were very, very good. They just weren't prolific for me, and I think that's because that's my fault. So I need to order some more Roma tomatoes. So that's going in the order pile. Large red cherry tomatoes. I highly recommend these. These were bigger than your average cherry tomato. I got a ton of these. These were fantastic. I've canned some, so I'm definitely going to be ordering these. I just pretty much wanted to go on and explain. Oh, sorry guys, something's going on with my camera. I wanted to explain Why is it when you do a video, everyone then decides to bug you on your phone? And I have mine on Do Not Disturb, but as you can see, people decide to call. Yeah, I forget where I was at. Large red cherry tomatoes. I got a lot of them. I canned a lot. They were really, really good. So that's going into the order pile. The beefsteak tomatoes from M.I. Gardner. Fantastic. These are amazing. I got a lot of these. These are the black Krim tomatoes that I planted last year. All by seedlings. Turned out great. Okay. These are the Race Currant tomatoes. These were unbelievable. They literally taste like candy if you taste it when it's red. If you taste it when it's a little underripe, it's a little bitter. But big word of advice, get a pot, plant this on your deck or right near your door. I didn't. I planted it over at the community garden. And even in November, I can't even make this up. There was 100,000 at least. These are teeny tiny. This is something that needs to be close to where you can just sit in the summer and eat them all day. So these were fantastic. I am definitely going to have to order me some more of them. The Rutgers tomatoes, they were quite successful. This is all going into my order pile. Yellow pear tomato, I didn't care for these. I didn't get a lot. They just didn't do well. I'm used to like the orange color pear shape. So I'm going to look to see if he has something else. So this will go in my do not order pile. Okay. I only planted 2 types of corn last year. I planted the golden bantam, if that's how you say it, corn. And I also did ambrosia sweet corn. I only had a small area. I did get 12 ears out of this one. So going in the order pile. Now, I never grew carrots before, let alone considering it was my first time ever ordering seeds. I planted carrots and they turned out great. I did the Scarlet Nantes carrots. And I also did the rainbow. These are the rainbow blend carrots. Guys, if you've never planted a carrot before, it was so much easier than I thought. I did it later in summer. Just water it constantly. They turned out great. Definitely getting some more carrots. And I never grew them before. Black Beauty eggplants. It was very rainy here last spring. I only got maybe 1 each off of my plants. And the Rosa Blanca, same thing. And I think it had a lot to do with the rain. So I'm going to attempt them again. Very quickly. The jalapeno hot peppers were so hot that extremely dangerous. I didn't realize till I was going through my seeds that it says hot right on there. I just thought all jalapeno seeds were just all the same. These were so prolific. I vinegared them, I canned them, I froze them. Definitely going to look for jalapeno peppers, but not an extremely hot one. This was fantastic though. Chocolate Beauty sweet peppers were great. Got maybe like 3 that actually got to turn chocolate color, if you can see that. But you can always pick them while they're still green and bring them in the house, put them on a windowsill. They will turn the chocolate color. So they were great. I grew the Big Johns. I call them Long Hots. They were amazing. I got a lot off of them. I want to say something very quickly before I go on with the peppers. Is the tomatoes, I did notice something. Plus, I met a lovely nurse who gave me peach tomatoes, zebra tomatoes, never grew them before. All the tomatoes that I planted had literally 0 blight. I had no blight issues. My season wasn't over early last year on the tomatoes because I planted a second succession of tomato seeds that I was still picking tomatoes in November, and I can't even make that up, but I wanted to share that with you. They were very resilient, to be honest with you. Okay, back to peppers. YOLO Wonder sweet peppers did great. I also bought the green ones. Fantastic. The big red sweet peppers. I had a lot of these. If you want to go back into my garden videos, when I first dove off the cliff and decided to do a YouTube channel, you will see the gardens there. Santa Fe Grande peppers. I grew these. Fantastic. Going to order some more of them. The banana sweet peppers, I got a ton of them. I highly recommend the seed. I actually used all mine. So I'm making a pile of my favorite seeds and what I need to order. This is the California Wonder Bell. Turned out great. I really have nothing bad to say. And my gardener is not paying me to say anything good about his seeds. This is just the first person that I ever ordered seeds off of. So that was fantastic. Okay, Tabasco peppers, by mistake, ordered 2, but trial and error because they're empty. They took a while to grow, and by the time they actually grew, I think it was a little too late. I think I might have gotten 6 or 12, and I wanted to get a whole lot more. I would do this again, but I would highly suggest starting your pepper seeds, if you're going to do it in the house, a whole lot earlier. So the Tabasco peppers, I was able to get some, but not a lot. So I am going to retry them again this year. I don't have all the seeds. I'm just giving you a rough idea on the seeds that I really enjoyed. The Contender bush beans, I like them a lot over the Royal Burgundy bush beans. You don't get a lot off of this one. It's kind of cute though because it's purple, and if you have kids that don't like the greens, it's purple. It's like a magic trick. So that's kind of cute. I did get some, and they germinated quite fine. I just wanted a lot more beans. So I am going to find a different type of bean that I can trellis. But I will be doing the bush beans, the Contender ones again. I did the Space Master cucumbers. Fantastic. Should have planted a lot more. I may go over to Haas Tools and try their cucumbers that the Stivers Homestead recommends because of the factor she had so many cucumbers she didn't even know what to do with them. But she found a way. So these are really good by M.I. Gardner. That's on my list. And then I had Bloomsdale Long-Standing Spinach and Giant Noble Spinach. They did germinate, guys. Not enough time with spring before the heat came. And then I tried them again late fall, and of course it got too cold. But I will be trying these 2 again this season. This I will not be doing again. This is the like broccolini. By the time I got it in early spring, it bolts very quickly, and I didn't realize that you need to plant a lot of this in order to get a lot. So not really interested in this one too much. Okay, let's keep it moving. Kale. Never thought I would like it. I absolutely love it now. Highly recommend the kale. I did that kale. I think I have another kale somewhere around here. It grew like a tree. Fantastic. So I'm growing kale again. And I placed an order on Amazon last year that all came into a box. They come in like packages like this. That is for like homesteaders or preppers. That kale, I don't know the name of it because it is now worn off. But that kale was amazing as well. I fried it up with some eggs. Me and my son loved it. Pak Choi, love this stuff. I didn't let it get real big, but I was washing it using the leaves in my salads. Fantastic. Great for stir fries. Definitely. My hair to this. Definitely would recommend this, and I am going to plant this again, so it's going into my again pile. Rainbow Mixture Swiss Chard. It's another favorite seed of mine. It did really well. I even planted some in a busboy box, and that turned out great. So definitely. Copenhagen Market. Cabbage. It did take up a lot of room. It was my first time doing it. I probably should have picked off the outer leaves, but it was attacked really bad by a lot of the moths. So I figured until I can get a pest blanket that you could put over top of it. I may try it again. We shall see. I only got 2 heads off of that too, by the way. I did get the cauliflower, but I didn't have enough time to get it in spring, let alone before fall. So I will try that again. Love these. The Waltman broccoli 29. Fantastic. I definitely did not plant enough of that. Or the calabrese broccoli. What I did get, it was spaced properly. It was delicious, but definitely need to plant a lot more broccoli because I blanched it, froze it, and it just wasn't enough for my family. So, what else? The Long Island Brussels sprouts. I didn't get a chance to plant these. My first order had a lot to do with like fall and more chillier vegetables. This year I will be going on and doing an order. Here is zucchini, the 8-ball summer squash. I got 1 or 2. I didn't have a lot of success with this, but I think it's because of where I planted my Black Beauty summer squash. Did get aphids, and yeah, I did get quite a bit off of this plant, a lot, but you know, the aphids come. And then I tried to plant this afterwards, and the aphids were still there. But I do recommend this one. This one I have to try it again in order to give it like a really good review. But I know Cog Hill Farm, I know that he grew it and said that he loved it. I did get 2 out of it. They were fantastic. You could stuff them. So definitely give these a try. That's on my list. Okra. Never liked okra back in the day. And this is the Clemson spineless okra, and my hair is on my face. I planted some and it didn't germinate outside because we got so much rain in spring that it probably moved these to God only knows where. But everybody talks about frying them, so I am willing to give these another chance. So I don't need to order these, but these are in my pile of things to do again this year. As far as where I live, told you they took out all the trees. So what did I do to incorporate gray bugs? I never planted these before. The rain threw them everywhere. I kept planting more seeds because I wasn't seeing anything coming up. And they were in places that they shouldn't have been. The most beautiful thing I ever experienced last year was zinnias. These are the Burpees Big Tetra Mix. I obviously didn't get them from M.I. Gardner. I think I may have gotten these from Home Depot, but love them. I also got the fruit smoothie mix. These were so pretty. This is like my new love besides a basil, which if I have the tag, I will tell you. Amazing. Zinnias were amazing. These are the cut and grow again. Beautiful. They were everywhere. Go back to the other videos, take a look at them. This is the giant lavender gem. This was the size of my hand. Zinnia, which I would highly recommend. It did help me to bring in a lot of pollinators. I've always planted sunflowers, but this really, really did it because the only other flower that I had around on my property was marigolds. These zinnias brought in a lot of healthy bugs, bumblebees, the honeybees. This helped me out so much considering I have no trees here any longer. And the forecast zinnias I also grew. They're a little bit smaller. They were amazing. I did always plant sunflowers. I do the sunshine sunflowers. I did the strawberry blonde hybrid. Beautiful. These are like chocolate sunflowers. They look purple chocolate. These were so gorgeous. I got a lot of praying mantises, about 15 to 20 in my gardens this year. And I think it had to do with all the zinnias and the sunflowers. I also did Mexican sunflowers. This is the mammoth sunflowers. If you go back and look at my garden tours, they were humongous, humongous. I actually had to tie one back with the cable cord. Like I said, if you go back into my garden videos when I first started YouTube, you will see those sunflowers and the zinnias in there. Kid you not, beautiful. Last but not least on the sunflowers was the Autumn Beauty Mix. So I had all different types of sunflowers all over my property. Pretty sure I got these at Home Depot. When I was on MI Gardener, I just strictly went on just to get vegetables and things of that nature. So I really don't know if he has flowers. I'll take a look. But that is the moral of today's story, is to go through your seeds, see what's empty, see what you liked, see what was very prolific for you that you got a lot out of. Hate to keep saying this, but if you go back into the videos, excuse me, if you go back into the videos, I had counterfuls of vegetables and my table was full, and that's how I had to teach myself how to can. Another thing that was new this year that I tried, I have done radishes before. These are not from MI Gardener, but I'm going to order radishes, a couple different types from MI Gardener this year. So that's on my to-do list. And I want to find his turnips because I grew these turnips by Burpee my very first time. I planted them like maybe July, August. And they were done in a Jiffy Pop. They were fantastic. You could put them in with your mashed potatoes. Loved them. Just really didn't have the room to store them. Someone gave me Walla Walla onions that I did not have time to plant for this upcoming spring. But I will try something. And I had zero, I've heard this from a lot of people, but having a very hard time getting red beets to actually grow, but I'm going to keep trying. And sugar snap peas I'm going to get from MI Gardener because they did good. I just didn't plant enough of them. I did do some herbs. Herbs need to be started early. As a matter of fact, when I was talking about my sticks, you can see this. These are all the sticks that I'm recycling that I also wash in the hot soapy water and the vinegar. So yeah, what's the moral of today's video? Part 2 is to get out your book and go through your seeds, check the dates. You don't want to use really old seeds. And I say, that's the second thing that I do. First thing is to wash everything, including all your sticks, your pots, everything that you use to put your seedlings in. And the second thing is to go through all your seeds, see what's empty, see what works for you, and get an order ready. I would like to have mine here, like I said, by the end of the month, no later than February 2nd, because my honest opinion, I think pepper seeds need a little bit more time to germinate. Everybody has a different date on when they do things. That's just from experience. I also did lettuce, the spring leaf lettuce. Some of the herbs took a little bit longer as well. These are just some odd packs from Burpee that a woman gave me. I would like to try some romaine. I did plant sage. That didn't do too bad, but my only recommendation is that will go in the next video on when to start our seedlings. So, this is the second part to the garden series on little old me, who never planted a seed before a day in her life besides a sunflower. How did I do it, and where do I get my seeds? I only ordered from MI Gardener. Like I said, I would like to try to find the specific cucumber from Haas Tools for this season, because I would like to have an abundance of cucumbers. But I'm really, really happy with my order, and he's obviously not paying me to say this, but I'm so happy with the order that I did get from MI Gardener. I think that you get a lot for your money. I may have showed the receipt in my first video. Like I said, I'm a newbie, so I didn't know I was ordering a lot of like spring and winter type of crops. But this year I know a little bit better. I will be ordering a lot of tomatoes and peppers. I think you get a lot of seeds for 99 cents. And every single one of the seeds germinated. I just didn't have success with the 8-ball squash, but that was not his fault. And both the eggplants, the Rosa Blanca and the Black Beauty, don't mind my dogs, quiet girls. And that's because we had such a wet spring, but I'm going to try them again. So that is part 2, guys. What do? You did part 1. We're going to do this from beginning to end. Next part is go through your seeds, check the dates, whatever's old. Some people say they use really old ones. I don't know. I can't speak for that. But I went through what worked for me, what didn't, what's empty, which is a lot. So second step to take is to get your seed order in. And let's do that together. Like I said, I am hoping to have mine here by the beginning, like the 2nd of February. If I could get them in by the end of January, I'd be tickled pink. But I do have my list, and I'm going to sit down, go under migardener.com, and I'm going to order my seeds. And I don't know, like I said, these are by Burpee. I may make a run to Home Depot and just see if I can grab some more zinnia seeds because I'm out. I did save some seeds, but I've never done that before. We'll have to see how that works. And I definitely need to get some more sunflowers because I want to keep all the natural bugs. Being an organic gardener, I don't believe in using pesticides. So yeah, that is part 2 to our new little gardening series. I didn't know if you guys would be interested or not. I think the last video I did was 5 days ago. So today is Saturday. It's cold. Girls, it's cold. Sorry, that's my Yorkies. It's cold here today. It's snowing off and on. Nothing really dramatic. And I wanted to sit down and do the video on the second step is go through your seeds. Check the dates. If they're too old, I wouldn't use them. That's me personally. And get your order ready on what you like and what worked for you from whoever you order them from. That is what I do next. So we will have a part 3 coming up as soon as the seeds get here. And I will show you a couple tricks and tips that I do. But so far, I think we're on the right path. We washed all of our stuff in the first video, including all of your gardening sticks or what you put in your 72 cell count with a permanent magic marker. Wash them on both sides. Just reuse them if you're basically going to use the same seeds. And if you're not going to use the same seeds, I have a little left over from last year. These are just the planter sticks, I think they call them. You can go right under Amazon and order them. You get a bunch for like $2, $3. So that's where I'm at today, guys. I am writing my list for what seeds I'm going to order. And I'm super excited because I need something to look forward to. It's uber cold here, and I just cannot wait to start gardening again. I think I learned a lot. I think my layout's going to be a little different. I have 3 gardens here, 4 across the street at the Community Garden Center. And now that I have the confidence to know that I can grow carrots, I am determined that I am going to grow a lot more. Just my peppers and tomatoes were like insane. I got such a large amount. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday. I hope it's not snowing where you're at. But yeah, so thank you guys and gals for hopping on and taking a look at my videos. I see that I have a few more subscribers. Hello to all the new subscribers. I'm really trying to get my subscriber count up there and my watched video time. But I really appreciate you guys joining me and checking out these videos that I post. And this is going to be exciting. This gardening series will obviously have a different title for each one, but I'd like to do this for the entire gardening season. Plus, I'd have to fit in my gardening tours, which I think I did 10 last year. So please continue to follow along. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe while you're here, or if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Smash the like button because I'm a little low on the like buttons, but getting there on the views. And any comments, please feel free to leave them down below. I will respond back. And I have a few more videos getting ready to come out. So stay tuned for that. And there will be a whole lot more videos coming out on the gardening videos. So love you guys. I hope that was helpful. That's part 2. Get out all your seeds, go through them. Even your seeds that you saved, make sure you pick them apart. We could do another video on that. I can show you how I saved my seeds and what I do to reuse them the following year. I mainly did that on sunflowers, which that's pretty easy. But I'm still looking forward to this series, beginning to end, for maybe the people that didn't ever have a garden before or was afraid to plant a seed like I was. Hop on board. I love you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you on the next upcoming gardening video. Bye, guys.